Dr. Johnny's question on deflation, inflation. Oh, by the way, say hi to my parrot, Rainbow. Rainbow, behave yourself. Anyway, you asked for an intelligent response to help you determine what's going to happen, hyperinflation or continued deflation. Okay, well, I don't know how intelligent it will be, but I'm going to do my best to try to share with you my understanding of where things are and where it might go. First of all, to start off with, I think we need to really fundamentally and intimately understand what currency is. I don't hear it talked about in the media very much, if at all. You know, we talk about money as being a medium of exchange, and that certainly explains what it is, or describes what it is, but it doesn't really explain it. I see money as, it's like a form of a claim check or a receipt, very similar to like if you were to park your car in a parking garage and you push a button and the gate goes up and you get a piece of paper and you park your car. Well, that piece of paper represents your claim to that car. Money similarly is like you go out and you do something, you perform some kind of service, create a product, what have you, and the money that you get is your receipt that you have contributed to the collective pile of goods and services that are available to the community. And it's your prerogative to go ahead and redeem those receipts as you see fit. So, oh, come on, Rainbow. Hang on a second. Okay, come on, get there. Go ahead. So, so anyway, that is incredibly important to understand money in that context, because in your question about the debt and that hole in the ground and all that stuff, debt is really just a claim on the claim checks. Debt is not ownership in anything. It is simply a claim on the claim checks. Now, of course, to try to fast forward, you know, with all the nonsense that's going on, has gone on in the fiscal malfeasance, the irresponsibility of our government and other governments and entities throughout the world, we have created an enormous amount of claims on claim checks, debt. And in reality, as going back to the goods and services, pile of goods and services, there is not enough goods and services out there to make good on those claims if everybody decided to redeem them. So if everybody decided to redeem all at once, we would have a huge hyperinflation worldwide. So so you have this insidious, what I would consider insidious game of musical chairs, where the chairs represent true value: transportation, clothing, shelter, food, so on and so forth, things that we actually need. And the currency that's in existence represents the kids. And the music is kind of playing, it's skipping, and the governments are doing their best to keep the music going. But one of the things they're doing to keep the music going is they're adding to the kids revolving around the chairs. So you got a lot more kids, a lot more currency than you have chairs. So I think what will happen is, it depends on, this kind of falls away from the analogy, but where are those extra receipts, what I would consider counterfeit receipts in a way, because they were just sort of like, they were just made into existence without a corresponding addition to the collective goods and services that should be available. So once they start to hit the economy, right now most of it is stored at the banks and other institutional entities that are holding back this currency in the form of debt or whatever it happens to be, treasury bills or whatever. So I think what will happen is a combination of both hyperinflation or inflation and deflation. It will depend on where the holders of those claims, where they decide to redeem, how they decide to redeem. the money is not in the hands of the general public, so you won't see an overall um, increase of price of goods and services. But I think what you will see is asset bubbles in various asset classes. Probably, I mean, anything is possible. Gold, precious metals, commodities, stocks, real estate, who knows, or maybe all of the above. And then certain products, certain things at the retail level will inflate other things, probably things that are created through unskilled labor, because there'll be plenty of unskilled labor around, will probably continue to deflate. So what I see is a combination of both. Now, there's probably 1,000 scenarios that are possible over the next 5 to 10, 15, 20 years. So this is just one possible scenario out of hundreds. Maybe the odds of this one being right, I don't know, maybe 1,000 to 1. But I think it's a good exercise to discuss it and think it through and hopefully find a path to prosperity. Rainbow, what's your problem? Anyway, I think we are in for collapse. I think that actually collapse is a good thing, I think. Look at the Soviet Union. In 1989, that system collapsed. And, 10 years later, the Russians were on their way to a standard of living that they had never dreamt of. The collapse is sort of a cleansing process. It's a reshuffling, a rebooting of wealth and power. It's a way to start having a real honest dialogue about what went wrong, what should be changed, how things should be fixed. So my opinion is that collapse, it sounds like it's all over, it's the end and we're all going to die, but that's not the case. It's just a reshuffling, and you just want to make sure you're positioned well to handle the reshuffling. And considering that, I'm going to make a shameless promotion of my book. Oops. You can get it on Amazon.com. It's like $10. Fasten your financial seatbelt. What surviving an airline crash taught me about retirement planning. I published it. Took years writing it because I'm not an author. I'm a financial advisor. And I published it in November, and it's been selling pretty well. So that's it for now. I hope that I shed some light on something. Maybe I made things more confusing. And of course, Rainbow hasn't helped to keep me on track here. So that's it for now, and best of luck to you, and we'll be talking to you soon. Thanks.